quality parent-child relationship is very important. And when parenthood is actually done well, a child's development can lead to stable emotional well-being. You can be self-aware of your environment, and you can able to recognize who you are, and be able to take charge of your environment. Looking back today, I am really lucky. I had a very well upbringing. My parents gave me absolute love and protection. And when I grew up, I understood my difference. Not biologically, of course, but I understood that my skin is white, and the rest of the pupils and my friends had a dark skin. But the difference was my parents took the step to teach me, and they actually equipped me with the information on how best to take care of myself. So basically, I was supposed to cover myself fully when I was going out to play under the sun. And I was to put on sunscreen and also wear a big hat. All of this really mattered. And when I went out to play with my friends, I actually shared this information with them. And I ensured that every and each time we are playing, I could remind them, you know, I have to play under the shed, so let's do so. So growing up, my friends knew how to treat me. And I knew this is who I am. And my parents' support, and it built confidence in me. My parents were there, they were present all through my childhood. Each step I took, they were there. And at school, the teachers also understood how to take care of me. I always felt special sitting in front of the class with my own customized desk. And each time I knew very well, if anyone touched me, they will face the wrath of my parents. So all through, everyone knew I'm my parents' daughter. And the confidence I had, believe you me, if we had any bully gang when we were in primary school, I could have been part of the decision makers. And all through feeling special, knowing very well I had the support system, being my parents, each time people could ask me, why are you different? You're white skin, you have a white skin and we're dark skinned. I could go, oh, it's because my mom took some pills when I was in her womb, because by then I didn't understand the biology behind being a person with albinism. Today I still live my parents' words, you're beautiful. And the continuous affirmation of these words, believe you me, they're really strong. They make you know who you are, and they build that confidence over and over. And in my secondary life, tertiary level, my character still remained the same. Confident, and I knew who I was. I remember the first day I joined secondary school. There was this teacher. He was an extracurricular teacher. He approached me and went, would you like to join our drama team? By then it was, they were preparing for a competition. And this tells you that I knew who I was. And everywhere I went, I wanted everyone to understand my value. And so they saw that day one, and they wanted me to join the drama team. So parenthood is really, really important. And especially to a special need children, it's a vital need. So today, that's what I'm going to talk about. And what I want to emphasize on is our love to children, our children. And normally as adults, we say we are preparing for a better life for our children. This is normally what we say. We are working hard for our children, we are saving money. But every time we get a child with any kind of disability, our character normally changes. We start hiding these kids. We don't nurture them properly. We don't give them the unconditional love they need. And this is the reason as to why we're doing this is because we don't take time to actually find out the ways to raise this kid. and the knowledge that is required for them to be actually, to love themselves and feel, you know, accommodated in that particular environment. I can imagine what it took my parents, you know, to take time and find out what albinism is. And we're two of us, me and my brother, we have albinism. He's the firstborn in the family, and I'm the secondborn. I can imagine what it took them. It was in the 90s, all these difficulties as a couple, and what community had to say then, but they chose unconditional love towards us. Today, I am able to sit in a boardroom, articulate my ideas, and argue with the rest of everyone, because I understand I have it in me to make a difference. And how I see the world is, I have this one life. We all, as the rest of us, and I have these opportunities that I need to grab and, you know, live my life and, you know, be purposeful. So as much as these standardized challenges, I would say, for every person with disability and every person with albinism, we go through stigmatization, we go through discrimination, we have low vision, where employment sometimes, you know, it's a bit challenging when it comes to the employment environment. But what makes a difference is the fact that I have a foundation in me. I have the strength from my parents. They're still alive. So you can imagine any time I feel, you know, a bit negative, I can go back to them and say, I need some help. So parentship is really, really important. I remember the first time I met a child with albinism who had gone through the challenges where she was abandoned by the mother to die because of the community pressures. And this time I was 18 years old, and I was shocked because all my life I just knew one person with albinism, which was my brother. And all through, it's been love, 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 and protection from my parents. So it shocked me, why would they do that? And it took some time for me to comprehend and realize actually I was lucky. And this is something that we should all embrace. We should love our kids. And it's not something that is new to us. You might not have kids with albinism or any kind of disability, but you have a sister, you have a brother. And your opinion and your support towards your sister, your brother, that really matters. Because what makes community have stereotypes is because when I have a kid with albinism, when I have a kid with any disability, you do not approve as my brother. So we also have a section to play, and which is stretching our hands and supporting our families. I know today, humanity really matters, and it's what actually will change tomorrow's lives. And if we impact our children today with love, they'll actually bring the same to tomorrow's life. So let's go out, let's speak positivity, let's share love. There's this story from the famous international male and female models with albinism. One is called Deandra Forrest, the female, and Sean Rose, the male. Every time I watch their interviews, they always refer to their families for strength. And today, most of you here, we don't have any differences, but you can sit down and point out and say, my parents actually helped me to get here. So you can imagine for a special kid how important that is. So let's advocate for love. Let's go out and spread humanity. Thank you.